Hello and welcome along to our first episode of United We Chat for season 26-27. Absolutely delighted to be supported again by the Lighthouse Podcast Studio. And what better way to kick off episode 1 of the first season with 3 well-known faces to the squad at Lossiemouth United. I have got midfielder and captain Ryan Higgins. I've got striker Brodie Christie.
Use that term loosely.
And last but not least, vice-captain and defender Finlay Mackay. So welcome along, gentlemen.
Cheers, Kev.
All right, pleasure.
So basically asking you to come along, no surprises at the start of season, to just kind of recap how things have been going so far and maybe look ahead to the season. So just thinking, I know we've already started some competitive football, we'll get to that in a minute, but just rewinding a little bit into pre-season, knowing that Roscoe and Connor kind of set you up with quite a lot of friendlies, really tricky friendlies. So just wondering, MD, want to take us away, how pre-season went for you and set you up for the start of the season?
Obviously we played a lot of Highland League teams, which I thought set us up for good opponents. To go into the league, especially Finn, you get your ways to cooter your big teams in the Super League. Is Premiership or whatever it's kind of new. But definitely playing that Highland League teams, it kind of shows you fitness levels as well, and how they knock the ball about is, again, just ruin about you, and you're like, oh, the standard was good for that teams, and I think it set us up pretty strong again, with expectations and everything of it's to come.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, definitely. Aye, I mean, it's definitely better playing kind of Highland League teams to start off with, because I mean that's a level you're kind of wanting to try and match, and I think most of the games we actually did kind of at least score a goal in them, which is reassuring. And we got a draw against Devon Vale in our first game, so there were some good performances like there, and positives we can really knuckle down on, but there's some negatives as well. But it's all about pre-season, isn't it? Just building on it.
100%.
Probably helped us, to be fair. Last season I thought we were pretty good at home, especially towards the end of the season. Wasn't until it was away and against the Kosh that's when we probably struggled a little bit.
Yeah.
So it probably helped build on that,
because
we've not really a problem when we're on the front foot. It's when we're under it, we need to learn how to the movements and stuff. So set us up well for that, I thought.
100%. I thought, certainly watching you from the sidelines, that you looked well disciplined in terms of shape and things, and obviously pre-season's a lot about fitness, and certainly was plenty running in the legs as well at various points. And regardless of the opposition, it's always better playing a game of football, isn't it, than running up and down hills or whatever the other option is. So, and Mr. Higgins joins us start of this season, appointed club captain. How's the feelings in that? How you taken to that role?
Well, when Connor first approached me, I was just like, well, I'd been honoured to do it, but I wouldn't say it would have kind of phased me in any way. Like I said to him, I'm not going to change anything like that just because you're a captain, whatnot. I'm not going to be any different than I'm on or off the pitch kind of thing. He's like, well, that's exactly kind of what I wanted from you. He's just, over the past few seasons, he was like, I'll just ask you, because he's obviously went up to be manager now. So, I mean, I don't feel I've done anything different being captain, but of course, it's an honour to be captain of Lossiemouth United. So
that's good. When did you first join? It was in the first season, wasn't it? You joined us.
I mean, I think I've played most appearances for the club now.
Are you?
Just
no appearances.
Yeah, good thing. Like I always still feel like I'm young, but I'm one of the oldest and most cap players. So
I suppose that's
that comes with it.
For you two boys, what would you say Higgins is? Is he a role model, or is he somebody to lead by?
Immaturity wise,
certainly never short an effort. I'll give you that. You're certainly a hard worker on the pitch. And last week kicked off our first competitive game. Got a 0-0 game against Ellen. Could have worded that better.
Thriller to start the season.
Absolutely. How was your take on that, being back to competitive football, and well, I suppose start with that. How's it feeling being back to competitive football? In some ways it doesn't feel like you've been that far away from finishing last season, and in some ways I suppose it does.
It felt like a long break at all, because well, if it was at 3 weeks, I think we got off for the last game until the first session of pre-season, so it feels like you've hardly really been away from it, but it's always good to actually play for someone instead of just friendlies. It gives you up a competitive fire, getting back in the belly and try and play to obviously attempt to get 3 points every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was a decent enough game, to be fair. Both teams looked pretty sharp, especially for first game this season, but probably a draw was a fair result in the end.
Right. You think so? I kind of was probably leading to my next question, kind of how you thought the game went. I mean, obviously it was a bit cagey at times as well. It wasn't
It was definitely cagey at time. Like, both teams had one cleared off the line. I think somebody hit the post at one point. So, I mean, we maybe were on a front foot at the end of the game, but the overall view of the game, probably a draw was a fair result.
They probably dominated a lot of the first half with the wind and everything, Ken. And I thought the second half we were maybe a bit unlucky to pull away with a goal, especially with Hamish's flick. The keeper made a great save just at the dying parts of the game, Ken. So, but no, I thought, as Brody's saying, a draw was probably fair.
Yeah, and I'd say I didn't really know much about Ellen. I think they have had some changes, but probably one of the things at the minute, although I'm sure there's additions always, you're always kind of looking, I'm sure Roscoe and Connor are always looking to add to the squad, but it's a pretty settled squad in the sense that it's not been a lot of turnover this year.
There's been a couple of players left and maybe 2 came in.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Ellen beat us home and away last season.
Absolutely.
So a draw is an improvement on last season, so if we can keep that going, we'll be fine.
Yeah. And what was the general feeling in the dressing room after the game?
It's always strange after a draw.
Nobody really gets fit to think, Ken.
I always feel it's like 2 points lost in a point game, especially at the start of the season, Ken. So as you say, we lost and drew against the last season, so Ken, getting that draw was kind of a positive, if anything.
I think as well, it's obviously with the first game, you're never really kind of sure how good a result things are, and they'll probably be thinking the same because there's a lot of football that you play.
Survive by 1 point, you're looking at that game and saying it's a great point.
100%. Or win the league by a point.
That's well.
Early doors for that.
And looking ahead to this week, obviously another tough game away to Maud, which to be fair, you fared well, and last year Brody will remember it particularly well.
Hopefully it's a lesser crowd this week.
Brody's hoping for the same fans at the game as always last, just to get the wind-ups in.
And just for the benefit of those that weren't there, was it like a hospitality day, sponsored
it was
day?
a hospitality game, but they gave me it tight for first minute to the last, so scored a last minute winner was...
Especially when you only come on for the last 15 minutes and gain it for your first minute. That's soon you can it.
That was before the snake boots, wasn't it?
It was.
So imagine what it's going to be
We
like.
could have a field day this time.
And in terms of the game, the Cell, Maud's always a difficult opponent. Which are kind of thoughts going into the game?
I think they've made a good few signings as well, as I'm aware of, because I'm good pals with one of the boys that play for Maud, and they've brought in a few players. I think a couple for Ellen and then a couple for elsewhere as well, Ken. So it'll be a good game, I'm sure, and we'll just look to be positive and obviously go out there and try and get 3 points up the road. Yeah,
another 2-1s although were tight, basically. Both the games weren't they previously, and although we managed to nick it in the end of last season, I'm sure in some ways it'll probably be tight. Hopefully not in a positive way.
I think.
Absolutely. So that'll be a good game. And in general, towards this season, thinking about what I suppose what would be a successful season for Lossiemouth United for you, Sean. Maybe come at Higgins first. What do you think?
I just think we take each game by how it comes, and like obviously if we do better than last season, that's a bonus. I think towards the end of last season, we were nitty-gritty doing at the bottoms, but then we showed our character then, obviously didn't want to go down, so we did pick up a few points here and there, which kept us up. So I think if we can have a better start to the season, this weekend, if we get 3 points away, that'll be a good start. But I just take every game as it comes, your Cooters and stuff like that, obviously not really expecting big things against them, but some of our most of our points last season came against the top 6, and it was kind of the bottom kind of sides we did struggle against. So if we can flip them round, and I think we should finish pretty good this season.
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
Win something.
Good for you.
Didn't I play football? Just take part, make up a numbers there, win stuff. So win a trophy a season would be stuff with that.
Good. Finlay, your own thoughts?
Aye, definitely. I wasn't here for the entirety of last season, but definitely in proven league position.
Yeah.
You always want to better yourself, and obviously a deep cup run would be really good. Hopefully, as Brody's saying, a wee bit of silverware would be well, you play to win, do you?
100%. That's positive to hear you saying that. And I think, to be fair, Murray teams in the league have had a bit of a history when it's kind of season 2 and 3, and I think obviously, certainly from the committee's perspective, is to try and stabilise ourselves in the league. And there's absolutely, it's not a disgrace, and it's hopefully not seen as, you know, lacking in ambition. It's not, certainly not, and you know, cup runs and things would be amazing. But certainly think, as much as you said about finishing, maybe felt like we were near the bottom. Actually, we're finished pretty solid.
We're
Table.
just three or four games getting kind of one now would have been a lot higher, because it was getting, I think, the bottom 5-6 teams kind of all like 2-3 points that can.
It's the nature of the league, isn't it? About many high floodlights in the league that you're playing, a lot of teams playing catch up and stuff, so it feels very bizarre. So I suppose, even reflecting on last season, what would kind of be what have you learnt from it? I suppose would be the thought. I mean, you spoke about a good start. Obviously, there was, I think, without the score, a feeling of a bit of a blip in the kind of middle. And you get any kind of thoughts as to what you learn from last season, whether it's not letting it get too on top of you when you get a couple of defeats or whatever you think?
Got to be a bit more state-wise away from home. I think that was one thing that we struggled with a little bit last season. But since Roscoe and Connors come in, to be fair, it's something they've really drilled down on us. And like I said, with pre-season, I think that's probably helped as well. You've just got to sometimes soak it in a bit more, and it's not just gung-ho. Yeah. So you never know.
Just building that confidence in it.
That's it.
Okay. As a team.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to put you on the spot for a few names now. I've got some titles that you're going to award people. I've got a horrible feeling some of them might actually be in this room, to be perfectly honest. So could be a bit of an argument starting as well, to be honest.
But get the bus in, like.
So, who's the loudest, would you say? It's just speaking of players, we'll go.
I think the three loudest.
I think the
three loudest people are probably in this room now. So
possibly why you were chosen.
I think we would definitely fight it out, the three of us.
We'll go for a nice answer. We'll all just say us three.
Can't say that for all of them though. Who's always late?
Alex.
Alex or Forbo.
The two.
I'm sticking with Forbos.
Okay. Best trainer?
Ooh.
Hamish, probably, to be honest.
Hamish eyes.
He's a runner.
Yeah.
Let the runners run, let the players play.
Who's one you can fight out? Hardest player?
Andy Milton, if he gets in the boot.
Andy Milton's fit.
You're not going to get up against him.
That's a good shout.
He'll probably sling you 6 feet across the other side of the Astro.
That's with 2 broken knees as well.
Biggest moaner? Few of them.
I'd be up there. Aye. I like a good moan.
Andy Milton in training,
he
didn't have back.
Milton could jump into that boat as well.
Milton could jump into there, and he didn't really hud back.
He's kicked a few posts.
He's
better
kicked a few
the biggest boy, should we? He's injured, just knew you wanted
to. Funniest?
I would say Knowles up there. Just the sheer
Knowles'
amount
stories are good, to be fair.
gibberish he comes out with. I'd say Knowles up there.
Got to get him to turn up first, though.
That's the problem.
He's got their one-liners, isn't they?
Good. Most likely to be a manager?
Callum Millen.
I don't know, it's a tough one.
I don't know, manager.
Clarkey, maybe.
Okay.
Aye.
If I had to get somebody, I'd get him, I think.
I would almost bet.
Starks is pretty good with the football manager, isn't he?
He's fit for manager.
He could maybe get a career at that.
It just depends. Everybody, I could see Higgins being a manager and that. I couldn't really see Brodie being a manager. He's just too.
I'd be the third coach.
Tactical awareness.
Least likely to share a room with on an away trip? Might get another Scottish club over at home in Whitehill, so that's got to be decided first.
I tell you, I think the videos Alex sends into the Snapchat group chat sometimes, I think it could be him with just his sheer.
They're A-rated, like.
Aye.
And definitely Matrick Neil Orriston.
Definitely.
Really clear.
Well,
put on pencil, like.
I'd like to share a room with either of them, to be honest.
Have we got a worst dressed?
Worst dressed?
Well, if we're going by fit by beats and nothing, it's definitely Brodie, but.
I can't argue with that.
For Ganu,
I don't know.
Cuffley
sandals are questionable. Like.
Matt
Cuffley's
Cuffley
just questionable, full stop. To be
Aye.
fair.
He can.
Well, he's not in this country anymore. So.
He brought out some bizarre outfits.
Good stuff. And just when I thought there, it wasn't even planned, but obviously we spoke about kind of best trainers and hardest player and things. What about an opposition? Who would be somebody that's been somebody you found particularly tricky to play against? Maybe try not go for, I don't know, your pre-season friendlies. Anybody in the league that you found?
Mine last season played against Cooter, short on bodies, and I was right back.
Aye.
Their winger tore me to bits. Absolutely tore me to bits. I'm blaming the sun wasn't my eyes, but he tore me to bits. Oh, that was a horrendous hour and a half.
I'm not sure his name. The big lad for Cooter and striker. I was centre half that game because that was the aim. We played 5 at the back and he kind of ragdolled me a wee bit. He threw me out of place.
I mean, they're all just huge, aren't they?
Aye,
Very
compared to me,
team,
they're the biggest.
Aye. I would say maybe the long sides though as well. Again, they are a decent outfit.
Yeah.
They came up against them 2 seasons ago. They obviously won the league, but even then we were playing against them. It was always
the sheer
was close
battles
games,
why we say against them. It's always a tough last year, battle against Longside.
I think they were up top a wee bit on us last year as well. So again, hopefully we'll right some wrongs this year and pick up more points against them.
Potentially, yeah. I think you're right. To be fair, they were a very good team. I think we did very well to
they've made a good start to the season as well. So
excellent, gents. That already takes us to the end, short and sweet.
God, yeah.
But you've survived, apart from the 2 fines for wearing at the want down.
You kind of find the fine committee from 2 of them are here. So
Higgins, you might overrule it.
It's overruled, isn't it?
Captain overrules, I suppose.
£10
each. It's got to be a biggie.
Grand, gents. So, well, thank you very much for travelling through. Some of you is obviously risking coming over Speyside bridges and the travel.
Well, that's it.
Much appreciated. Hope you'll get off to another good game on Saturday and a positive season. We'll certainly be doing as much as we can to try and support you off the pitch as much as we can. But again, thank you for your efforts today and for all your time at Lossiemouth United. Really much appreciated.
No, thank you,
Cheers.
Kev.
Cheers for having us.
Thank you.